Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome. My name is Irina, and I'm so excited to welcome you to the very first podcast with psychics. This podcast was created to give you a genuine look into the lives of psychics, tarot readers, mediums, and spiritual practitioners. Together, we'll explore the personal journey, their experiences, and the wisdom they gained along the way. I'm also the founder of psychicempire.com, a platform that started with one simple idea to build a trusted community where people can connect with a psychic who truly resonates with them. Every reader on Psychic Empire has been carefully selected for their experience, professionalism, and dedication. Whether you're looking for guidance or clarity or simply a new perspective, you can connect with a reader instantly. No waiting list. And because many of our psychics speak multiple languages, you can even choose someone who speaks your native language, making your experience even more personal and comfortable. Today, I'm delighted to introduce our guest, Jamie. He's one of our experienced tarot readers, someone with many years of practice, and I'm also proud to call him a dear friend. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how tarot has shaped his life, what first drew him into the fascinating world of spirituality and the esoteric, the lessons he learned throughout his journey, and will answer some of the most common questions people ask about tarot. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and join us for what I hope it will be an inspiring conversation. Jamie, welcome to the podcast. It's wonderful to have you here.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for asking. And you?
I'm good, just very hot. It's 31 degrees in my office and my fan is blasting out.
Over here as well. I understand you perfectly. Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see nice weather, sunshine, and everything else. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
How are
it
you?
is very
All
nice.
good?
I'm I'm good, thank you. I'm very good, yes.
Good. Okay, shall we get into it then?
With pleasure.
Okay, let's see. So, could you introduce yourself a bit and tell us a little bit about who you are?
So I'm Jamie. I'm 21-year-old psychic, seer, medium, and oracle. My name's Card Readings with Jamie on all social platforms. I've been doing tarot for now about 4 years and 3 years professionally. Um, I have over 550 divination type decks now, and 3 crystal balls and a couple of runes. Um, and yeah, I'm a psychic.
Very good. Lovely to hear that. Okay, let's see. And how did you discover the tarot?
So I've known about tarot since I was quite young, due to the fact that it's been in films. People have spoke about it, and it's all over social media. But when I was a young kid, it wasn't quite over social media as much as it is now. So I saw it more in films and everything. And I've always been fascinated by tarot, by divination, especially since I watched Pirates of the Caribbean and Harry Potter. There's
Okay,
in, I think it's Pirates of the Caribbean 3, you've got the lady in the swamp who's doing casting, and I was
okay.
always fascinated by that. And that sort of brought me into um, this path eventually.
Very good. I like that. I really like that. Yeah. Sometimes you can understand that everyone is drawn by it somehow. I don't know. I felt it
Hmm,
myself since I was little as well. So it's one of those things that basically draws you into it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what inspired you to begin this journey?
So when I was in college, it was my second college, the second college I went to, so about 3 years ago now. 4 years ago now, actually. Um, my college tutor brought in some angel cards. And I remember I loved them. She did a reading on me and I absolutely loved the cards. And I said to mum, I said, I'm going to buy those angel cards. And I had a massive argument about them, trying to explain they're angel cards, they're not demonic. It was
Yeah.
quite funny, actually. And I bought the cards off Amazon, and I was like, oh my god, I love these. And that's basically what got me into the cards. And They were very fun to use. I didn't start straight off on social media with them because they were very new to me. And the first moment I picked up the cards, I knew instantly as soon as I held them, this was my calling. And that's when I started to do it on social media as well. And that's what got me into the journey. About 3 weeks later, from buying the angel cards, I bought my very first tarot deck. Now I have that deck and I absolutely hate it now because there's so many better decks. And I realized that
Yeah.
deck was not good. And eventually I accumulated a lot of decks and a lot of tarot decks as well. And that was basically how I came to start it.
Yeah, one of the things is just I can't get away from my first deck for some reason. I don't know why. It's like I've got it glued to my hands for some reason. But yeah, some of them, yeah, some of them are really, really nice, really precious. I do find them aesthetically very good, very nice, very beautiful. But yeah, I don't know why I keep going back to the same old one, the first
Yeah,
one for some reason.
yeah.
Okay, that's good. So what does spirituality mean to you, Jamie?
So for me, spirituality is a community. I don't really see it as a religion. I see it as a community, as a calling. And for me, it's a safe haven away from all these religions that are forced on you. It's a way to be able to be free, express yourself the way you want to, and just sort of enjoy life instead of having like a rule book placed in front of you. It's more pleasing, it's more aesthetically pleasing as well, with some of the garments that you can buy, some of the altars that you can use for it. And for me, is like I said, it's a safe haven. It's a place where you just get to do what you want, basically within reason, and you don't have to worry about being judged. And it's also a way to be connected to the earth and to all the old gods. Pardon me, so the old ways, and I like that, the
Mm-hmm.
tradition, the feeling. But I do find spirituality for me is more modern terminology, I find. Um, but no, it's the calling of being called to the old ways, and that's what it
Okay,
means to me.
I understand. Yeah, I understand this perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, because for example, not everybody like we all have a religion and things like that, but
Mm,
eventually, I don't know if all of us believe in the same thing, in the same God, or
yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
so what attracted you to the esoteric world?
Say that again. So it
What
lagged.
att- what attracted you to the esoteric world?
I think it was more the vibe originally. Like I quite liked the hippie, quite liked the Nordic, the spiritual vibe of it, and it was. I think when you start, I'm going to sound really crazy. I'm not crazy, don't worry. But when you start hearing the voices and you start hearing spirit talking to you, it brings you in quite well to the esoteric life, and you start seeing the world in a completely different way. And also, I always find if you look at like the esoteric altars, the esoteric garments, the jewelry, the decks, the crystals, it has much more of a pleasing and comforting vibe than everyday objects and everyday life. It brings your soul alive and it gives you so much joy. And I think that's what drew me to the esoteric part of life, is the joy I felt when following it. I
I
do.
completely get that, honestly. Yeah, since I've discovered it, it was like I felt my life, my spirit change inside me. Yeah,
Mm.
it's one of those things that fulfills you some way. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. I like it. By the way, did tarot came first, or did you experience other practices, spiritual practices before that?
So before tarot, so I was baptized Catholic, and then I followed Christianity for many years till I was around about 18. So the Bible was the first thing that found me. And then being gay, it was against religion, and I didn't really always feel welcomed. So I started looking into other practices, which drew me to Wicca And the first thing I was drawn to were the angel cards, the oracle cards. And then it was tarot after that, and many more sorts of divination. But no, the very first thing I was drawn to was the Bible. That would be the first one that drew me when it comes to divination tools. And it's actually quite apparent you can actually use it as a divination tool. It is quite
Yeah,
really,
I know.
really good at that.
Us in Romania, for example, we well, I don't know if it's okay, but sometimes there are like gifted priests that can open the book, open the Bible, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's practice that it is, and it's quite well known in Romania. Yeah.
yeah. And then it was oracle. So those were what I had before I moved to tarot. They were
Okay, interesting. Very good. Lovely. Am I lagging by any chance? Because I saw myself a bit lagging.
a
I
little
hope
bit, but I understood you perfectly.
I hope I'm okay. Okay, and what does tarot mean for you personally?
Um, Well, I've got 2 points of view. I've got the historic view and I've got the spiritual view. So for me, historically, it was a card game in Italy back in 1840 going through, no, 1740 going through to the 1818 and on. And then it was just a 40 card game. It was literally a card game, 40 cards. You play Scopa, Baroque, and many others. And then when it moved to France, it became known as Tarocco. So originally it was Tarocchi, then Tarocco.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when they introduced the 78 cards in total. That's when the major arcana came in. I don't know what time frame that
I
was,
think
though,
it was in
sadly.
1908, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
That's
And
what I remember myself. Yeah.
then that became what we know as Tarot de Marseille.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's the historical version that I know. And then for me personally, I see it as fortune telling and guidance. So I see it for both sides, and I have ruffled so many feathers for seeing it as fortune telling. It has really annoyed people because everyone goes to me, it's not fortune telling, it's impossible. And I go, no, it's not impossible. It is fortune telling and guidance is both. But I see it as a belief system. I see tarot as its own belief system. So for me, it's whatever you believe in. And for me, it's fortune telling.
Have you seen that sometimes people do demonize it? What do you think about this?
Yes. I hate people demonizing it because to me, I've said to people this many times, is the Bible, we go with the Bible example because I don't know all the other religions, but in the Bible it says, thou shalt not speak to demons, shalt thou not go to psychics or mediums, shalt thou shall not sacrifice one son or daughter, even though they do that, but that's a whole different story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tarot wasn't created back when the Bible was. The Bible, for anyone, this is my opinion only, so please don't come at us for this. But the Bible is a man made book. Okay. And I will explain why I say that. So, whoever wrote the book first got the image from God. Okay. Whoever you believe in. And they were told to create the Bible, which is a prophecy, which is fortune telling. The Bible is fortune telling. The Bible is a prophecy.
Exactly.
And for me, is it never says don't do tarot in the Bible because it wasn't created back then at all. So when someone goes, oh, it's demonic, I'm sat there thinking, how is a piece of cards demonic, but a book isn't?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. And it's my pet peeve and it really annoys me. So I always get in massive arguments over it to the point I have 4 Bibles and one on my phone. And I've analysed and literally sticky noted those verses. So every time someone says it's demonic, I pull my Bible and I read them the verse and go, there's nothing about tarot in this. Because
Yeah.
again, tarot was made in 1740 to around about the 1900s.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was
and the
combined
Bible was made.
With the Kabbalah and astrology and
Yeah,
all the because that's when the Rider White tarot deck has came
mm,
out. So that's what I know. I know it's in 1908.
yeah,
But yeah, that's one of the things, and it was indeed mixed with the astrology, with the Kabbalah,
yeah,
with the symbolism and everything else. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And my other thing in it is if you look at where's the deck? I've got so many, but I've got no. Here we go. So if we look, And this is what makes me laugh even more, is people don't realise that the deck was made by Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
This is made in Italy. And if you look, I'll just show you the devil first. Let me just, oh, it's got no boobies, it's fine. So if you look at the devil, for example, that is a Christian slash Catholic masterpiece in
Yeah.
itself. It is a Christian idolized creature, and it's even got angels in it and everything. And I think that this is what people don't get when they go, oh, it's demonic. They don't realize, one, it's a piece of card, two, it's
It's
plastic,
got,
it's
yeah,
art.
and it's got the symbolism. That's all it is. It's nothing else. It's not going to affect your life in any how.
And I could read your fortune with a pack of playing cards, because that's what tarot
Exactly.
originally was. I could get
Mm-hmm.
your palm. Your palm is demonic. Then, like,
Yeah, everything could be taken as that, as such. Yeah, indeed.
and that's what makes me
Well,
laugh. Is that's what people don't realize is everything. If you if you say tarot is demonic and so is fortune telling, your whole body is demonic. Because you can do face reading, eye reading, palm
exactly.
readings, body
Yeah, yeah,
readings. Your
yeah,
whole body is literally a vessel in itself for fortune telling. It's and people don't realize that,
yeah,
and it's a shame. It's an
yeah.
absolute shame.
Indeed, it is. Yeah, maybe that's why. That's one of the myths that we are going to unpack today, with the
I love
help of
that.
this podcast. Okay, lovely. Okay, so yeah, I was wanting to ask you if do you believe that if tarot predicts the future, or maybe an insight into the current emotions, but you already answered. It is indeed for myself as well, because I do. You know which ones are the best for divination, though? The playing cards.
Yes, I love. And if you like playing cards, the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck is amazing.
Yeah.
There's so much information in it.
Okay. I'll give a try to that one. I'll
Mm.
have a look. Yeah, yeah, because
I
I
think the
use the normal cards as well, like the
mm.
playing cards.
I
The
think
Lenormand and no,
Lenormand's really. Have you ever used the Astro Mythological by MLLE Lenormand, that deck?
no. You have to
If you
send me
like
that one.
if
Yeah,
you like
yeah, a
Lenormand and you
link.
like astrology, that is literally the deck for you. It
Okay.
literally is. It's amazing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because I love astrology as well. Don't I'm so into it. I'm still learning a lot of astrology as well.
Mm,
It is a very very hard to
yeah.
study. You need like years and years and years.
Mm.
But yeah, yeah. Sometimes I do wish to get into astrology a bit more. But yeah, let's get back to you then. So, what are some of the biggest misconceptions people have about tarot? We have spoken about it. They believe.
So the
Is there
first
anything
one is.
else?
Oh, sorry.
Is
So yeah,
there
the first. Say that again. Sorry.
is there anything else that you want to add about beside the fact that it might be demonic or whatever?
I think one of the other misconceptions is that people say anyone can read it. And for me personally, that's a complete load of BS, because not everyone is born with intuition. Not everyone knows how to use intuition. And this is another thing that has actually got me banned off one of my social media apps. I had to delete my account because it literally banned me, because I created a massive argument without meaning to.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, you have to be born with the gift. And I had about literally 200 people going against me,
Yeah.
because and what they didn't realize what I meant by that, if they had just stopped talking and let me finish what I had said, is if they realize that not everyone is born with the gift of intuition, then they'd realize not everyone can read tarot, not everyone can use divination tools. Because if you've got no intuition, you've got no understanding of what the tools are going to tell you, you've got no idea how to use them, it will be impossible. And I think that that's one of the biggest misconceptions of the art of tarot, is that anyone can read it. All you have to do is pick up a book. No.
Yeah, one of the things that I've done before going on this path as well was to have a check with an astrologer on my natal chart.
Hmm.
And that was one of the things to check out if I'm truly meant to do
Yeah,
this type of things. Yeah. You
yeah,
have to have 8 house, 12 house, a lot of maybe some water sign over there as well in order for you to be able to read the tarot. But 8, 12 house, they have to have a predominant planet over there to help you out being
yeah.
into yeah, sometimes there are transits if we stay and think about it. But you do have to have a bit over there in order for you to sense, to feel, to get that insight, that intuition inside of you.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I think the other misconception is that you can't do fortune telling. And where that stemmed from is America back in Salem years, when Salem was around, when the witch trials happened, is there's a law that was put in place for the whole of America where it says you are not allowed to use divination tools for fortune telling, which included tarot. And ever since that happened, because of that law in America, if you look at the whole of America, no one does fortune telling and no one agrees that it's for fortune telling. Everyone is against it.
Is
But if
it?
you go to Europe,
All right.
everyone says it is for fortune telling. And that's because we never had a law that didn't allow you to do fortune telling.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's new. Oh, there you go. We learned some new things over here. Thank you very much for this information. Interesting.
You're welcome.
Okay. So let's have a look. How do you handle clients who are feeling anxious emotionally or vulnerable?
So this is where I completely disregard the rules and I completely break them. So everyone knows that there's an unspoken rule where if someone is in a bad mental state, you don't read for them.
Mm-hmm.
I completely go against that, and I will still read for someone whether they're suicidal, whether they're depressed, whether they're happy, or whether whatever mental state, I will still read for you. The
Okay.
difference is I will either miss out the negative parts, add positive cards in, um, or just do a positive reading and make sure I use the oracle cards so it's a lot lighter, a lot
Right.
nicer, and like there's no darkness. And by the way, disclaimer, I'm not a trained therapist, I'm not a trained counselor, but what I will do is allow the person to use the session if they want to just vent and get all the emotions out, and I'll do it that way as well. Because I believe it doesn't matter what mental state you are in, you should still be able to get a reading because it might put you in a better mental state, it might actually help you out.
Correct. Yeah.
So I completely go against the rules at that point.
Okay. That's good. That's good to hear. And have you ever declined to do a reading? And if so, why?
There was one reading I declined, and it was literally only because it was due law. And I don't do law readings at the moment. So I just went, I can't do it because it's law. So I have to refund you. And that's literally all that happened. They weren't very happy because they went, well, if you're psychic, you should be able to do any question. And I
Mm-hmm.
went, well, you should know that in law, everything can change within this like split of a hair, literally.
All
It
right.
will change within seconds. So that's why I didn't do it. And that's the only person I've ever declined a reading on.
And are there any other questions that you decline, for example, to answer during a reading or not?
No, I'll do psychic spying, I'll do looking into someone's like how they feel about you. I really couldn't give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you ask me, I'll do it. The only one I will not do is law, and that is
Okay.
the only one.
All right. Okay. I understand. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see. So, how has working with tarot changed you as a person?
So it's made me way more empathetic. I think more about what other people are feeling, but it's also shown me the real people and the fake people. So it's helped me see who's true and who's real. I think the other thing that's changed me is I question everything and everyone. If I feel like something is off, I will completely question it. And I think tarot's taught me to be more aware and more self aware of actually what's going on around you. and it's taught me how energy works and how to analyze everything, whether it's through color, whether it's through personality, or what something looks like. Always analyze it and check it before you go forwards. And I think that's how it's changed me.
Okay. And what have you learned about yourself throughout this practice?
I've learned I'm a very, very harsh person. Um, and
In
that
what
I
sense?
have. Say that again, sorry.
In what sense? Sorry.
Um, so I didn't realize before I did tarot, I would answer people, I would give information to people. Like they said, how does this dress look on me? I'll go absolutely awful. And I won't lie, I will tell you the truth. I won't feed into your delusion. And I didn't realize that. But as I did tarot, I started to realize how harsh of a person I was. And I was way too truthful. I could literally slice someone's ego in half and bring them, like a grown ass man, down to tears.
Right.
Literally. And I
Okay.
didn't know that till I started doing tarot. And when I did a reading for someone, they went, "Oh my God, you are harsh." And
Was
I went,
this
"Am I?"
something that came back maybe from the way that they were in childhood, or what's the, or maybe are you a star sign that is a bit more? Are you Sagittarius, by the way?
No, I'm a Libra. I can actually tell you my star signs. Give me one sec.
Okay.
I am. So I'm a Libra. I'm a Sun in Libra. I'm a Moon in Leo.
Mm.
Rising in Scorpio.
Oh,
Um,
gotcha.
Mercury in Libra. Venus in Virgo. Mars in Libra. Jupiter in Libra. Saturn in Cancer. Uranus in Pisces. Neptune in Aquarius. And Pluto in Sagittarius.
Oh,
I am.
yeah.
So I have a
Okay.
little bit of Sag in me. A
That,
little bit of Sag.
yeah, you have, yeah. So you are a Scorpio rising. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, a water sign that goes perfectly with divination.
Mm.
Yeah,
But literally, I found out I was so harsh. But I also found out that I actually
that Virgo,
do.
that Virgo, it's
Yeah.
tend to be quite critical sometimes. The Virgo, yeah.
But I also found that I can be quite analytical, so I will judge everyone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize I was like that. I didn't know it was my personality, but I found out that I'm very good at judging people, very good at judging what's going on. And I know people say never judge a book by its cover, but if I look
That's
at somebody, I can tell you absolutely anything and everything about that person just by looking at them. And I remember I said to a friend, I said, "You look ill." And I went, "I look fine." And someone said, "Don't judge them by the cover. They might look ill, but they're not." And I went, "No, you look ill. You are ill. I can tell you now, I'm going to get a call within the next 2 hours that you are ill, and you're
mhm.
telling me I'm right." I got a call in the next 2 hours saying that that person was ill, and I was right. So,
Lovely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes, yeah, it's hard. It's hard for people to listen to all these things, but yeah, it depends on anyone.
yeah.
Okay. One more thing. Where can our listeners find you and learn more about your work besides psychicempire.com?
um, I'm going to give my main stuff because I'm on 216 social medias.
Okay.
But the main places to find me would be Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Threads. They're the
Okay.
main ones I'm on, and that's got like all my details where you can book me, how you can book me, events that I do, events if you want to book me for an event, if you want to book a private reading, if you want to book in person. It literally gives all my details,
Okay.
um, and everything about me that is necessary for people to know. I'm also working on a website. I'm trying to get my website up and running, but I'm going to throw it out a window, I swear.
Why? What happened?
So no one told me that making a website was going to be a pain in my butt. So I paid over £200 for the domain, £700 for the title. No,
Oh.
£7 for the title, not 700. Jesus Christ, I'd be a moron if I did that. And I went straight into it thinking this is going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Looked at everything and thought I've just done something stupid. I've got no idea how to. It's been like that for a year now, and I paid for 3 years. So I've
Okay.
got to get someone to make me this website because I'm going to throw my laptop out the window. But we are trying to make the website so I've got everything in one place so it's easier. Because right
Okay.
now it's spread over all my socials.
Okay. I understand. Yeah, that's a good idea as well. Yeah. Right. So the last but not least, if you could leave our listeners with one message or piece of wisdom today, what would it be?
So I've had to type this one down because it's quite long. But I've been thinking, when I looked at the questions, I saw that I thought I've got to put so much thought into this. I've been thinking for the past couple of days, and I wrote this down around about 1 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
Oh,
When I figured it out, it came to me in like a dream. I said, like, that's what I've got to say.
lovely.
So literally, let me find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So the information thought that I would leave is we spend so much of our lives searching for certainty, yet wisdom has never lived in certainty. Wisdom lives in the courage to keep walking when the roads disappear beneath your feet. It lives, one sec, it lives, wisdom lives, yeah, it lives in the questions that change you, not the answers that comfort you. Life will strip away titles, possessions, beliefs, and even people you thought would walk beside you forever. But if you learn to know yourself, truly know yourself, then nothing essential can ever be taken from you. Don't chase a life that looks meaningful. Live one that is. Be present, even though enough to hear your own soul above the noise of the world. Stand by your principles even when they inconvenient. Love deeply, forgive when you can, and have the courage to let go when you must. One day every one of us will become a story told by those who remain. The question isn't whether you'll be remembered. The question is what part of you will echo in the lives of others. So leave this world a little wiser than you found it. Leave people feeling lighter because they met you. Leave truth where there was confusion, hope where there was despair, and compassion where there was judgment. Because in the end, our greatest legacy isn't what we own or what we achieved, it's who we became and who we helped others become along the way.
Oh my
So
God,
that would be
that's
the
so
wisdom.
nice. Very nice. Very deep as well, like from the heart. I can
Yeah.
see. Lovely. So did this message came to you like at one a.m. in the morning?
Yeah. So I literally got up to go to the loo because I drank so much water because of how hot it was. And when I came back to bed,
You
I
just had
suddenly
that.
remembered the question, and I was there like, oh my God. And as I was like getting back into bed, I suddenly, when again, I'm going to sound, but when you can hear like the voice, and you can hear
Mm-hmm.
a voice just talking to you, I literally just heard it saying that. And it's like,
Oh my
wow,
God.
okay, that's what I got to
Lovely.
do. So I typed it all out and got it down
Okay.
to a T.
Interesting. Yeah, because my messages came just like I don't know. It's like I'm downloading the ideas, but it's not like I don't have that thing of voices in my head. It's just an idea that comes into my head, drops down, and I
Yeah.
don't know. It's hard to explain.
Trust me, that's probably better than me explaining to
Yeah.
somebody I hear voices in my
Yeah.
head.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
sound like a crazy kook. You sound like a smart person.
All
Literally.
right. Okay, so with this, I think we are okay. I don't know, guys. Those of you who would like to find out more about us, you can find us on all social media, and also. If you have any more questions for future podcasts and things like that, just let us know in the comments down below, and we will gladly answer your curiosities. And we'll get back with Jamie sometime very soon, I hope. Okay, let
Hopefully.
us know exactly what is that you would like to hear from us in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. honestly, in today's episode, Jamie. A
Very
huge
well.
thank you to you for sharing your story, your knowledge, and your personal experiences. Okay. I truly hope that this conversation has given you, all the people, a better understanding of tarot and spiritual journey behind it. And guys, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and follow this account. And maybe it will inspire someone else as well. And if you are looking to connect with a reader, or myself as well, or Jamie, I invite you to visit psychicempire.com. Our goal is to make it as easy as possibly can for you. So just get the right reader that you need. There are availability. It says if you are available on the website, you can get the reading there and then. No, you don't need to make any bookings or anything like that. And as well. We also have a variety of languages. So many readers do speak multiple languages. So, for example, we have Romanian, English, Spanish, Italian, Greek. What else? And French, I believe, currently on the website. So, if you guys feel interested to go and see us, that would be great. Okay. And thank you for being part of our growing community. Your support means the world to me. And until the next time, take care of yourself, trust your intuition, stay open to new possibilities, and remember the answers we seek often begin within us. I'm Arena, and it has been a very good time with you here to have you here, Jamie. Okay, I'm a bit
Thank you.
I'm a bit emotional as well, being the first podcast in my life. But yeah, I'll see you on the next episode, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Good day. God bless. Bye bye.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.